But yeah, about your academy. When did you start your academy, and how did this decision? How did you come to this decision to stay in Sweden permanent?
So the reason why I stayed in Sweden is because of my academy.
Mm.
But why I decided to open the academy, how did it came up was the last time that I was in USA at AOJ. The last words I competed as brown belt, that I got third, and I got promoted to black belt. Before getting promoted to black belt, I had a talk with Guilherme, and he told me that I had to start thinking about what I was gonna do after I stopped fighting. He told me if my plan is not to stay full time at AOJ, coming back home, I had to figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So as soon as he said that, I started thinking about, like, I have to start thinking about opening my own place. And from that moment, I already started thinking about a name. And the name wasn't supposed to be Aura, it was supposed to be Halo. It was supposed
Okay.
to be Halo Jiu Jitsu. And the reason was because I have a good friend back at the OJ, and he used to call me Angel because out of all the guys that we were hanging out with, I was the only one that wasn't doing like stupid shit. So I was the calmest one. So he always used to call me Angel, and
The
because of,
voice of reason in the group, right?
yeah, and of course I'm the oldest one. I'm the oldest of the group, so
Ah,
I was always the guy that was like, okay, guys, don't do that. So the name was supposed to be Halo, and coming back, I was thinking a lot about Halo, 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 and then someone in one of my classes back at All Stars, I believe it was a girl. She came up to me and said, "Lucas, your class is so aura. The aura of your class is so nice."
ah,
And then I was like, "This name is nice. Aura is nice." And then it became aura.
cool.
And so after I came back to Sweden after leaving AOJ, uh, I believe I still spent another year at All Stars, but already thinking about how I was gonna do, planning things, and figuring things out, like how was things supposed to happen.
Yeah. So before Guy Mendes had this talk with you about you need to start thinking, were you already thinking about continuing to compete like professionally, or were you thinking about not doing it anymore that much? What was your plan before he talked to you when you got your black belt?
I'm not sure. I think I still wanted to compete a lot, but I knew that was gonna be my last chance to win worlds as brown belt. I had already lost the first year as brown belt. I got third the first year, and then COVID happened, and that was gonna be my third year as a brown belt, and my last chance to try and win as a brown belt. And the reason why I knew is because Guilherme is very transparent with his plans of, like, okay, you're gonna win this. We're gonna promote you this time, and you're gonna do this. So the promotion at AOJ with the competitors is always very transparent.
So there's no surprise when you get your belt, or
I
no?
mean, yes, but no.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna happen if you do good at tournaments, but after a certain period, regardless if you win or not, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So coming up to this tournament, I knew it was going to be my last chance. And after I lost, I think it was kind of the only moment where I felt discouraged. Not in a way like I can't do it anymore, but in a way where I failed one of my biggest goals, which was to win worlds in every belt.
Mm.
Growing up, that was like my I think winning words at every belt would mean more than winning words in the black belt alone, you know, because it was something that I was thinking about since I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I managed to win words in blue belt and Nogi words, Purple belt, I won gi and no gi, but at brown I failed. You know, so after losing the second time, it was the moment where shit I failed one of my biggest goals. So
Mm,
now either I keep going just to win in the black belt one day, hope to win in the black belt one day, or now it's time to open my academy.
mm.
So
So yeah,
that's how the decision came.
cool. So how long ago was it when you opened up Aura?
1 year ago,
1 year
January
ago.
2023.
So teaching wise, how much do you feel that your teaching style has been influenced by training at AOJ with Guy Mendes? It, ha-
100%.
so how much did you learn from him not only as a competitor but also as a teacher?
Mhm. I think everything I do, how I am with my students, the vision I have for my school is is a mirror of AOJ. You know,
Mm,
being having the opportunity to be there for so many years is like I was inside the you know the how do I say this the magic chocolate factory.
yeah,
You
Willy
know,
Wonka.
yeah, I'm inside there. I'm spending time with Willow Wonka, and now I'm able to like build my own.
Make your
Like
own chocolate.
yeah, I saw the blueprint. Now I'm only trying to replicate. You know, and of course I try to change a little bit things here and there to fit my own personality. But the core, it's there. You know,
Yeah,
I'm I'm Guilherme's black belt. I understood a lot about the way he thinks, and the older I get, the more experienced I get with my own students. It makes me remember things that Guilherme used to say because now I'm on his shoes. So now I'm starting to understand things that he understands.
yeah.
But
So
100%, I try to replicate, I try to mirror it as much as I can.
yeah. So you said you started 1 year ago. The students you have, were they with you fresh? They didn't know anything, or did you have other people coming in already training jiu-jitsu for a little while? How does the lineup look?
In the beginning, majority of the students were training at other places, you know,
Mm,
because the way I started out, it's been very like we don't have beginners classes yet. You know, I only have a class a day so far, but the lineup started as people that already knew me and people that heard about me opening the academy. They came to me.
yeah,
Those guys started talking about jiu-jitsu with friends, and their friends started training with me.
cool.
And so the beginners, the fresh students that I have is always been people that knew guys that was already training with me, so they came and they stayed. So now I believe I have 70% is has trained jiu-jitsu before and knew about me and came to me later, and 30% is fresh new white belts.
Yeah. So I'd say like 1 year. It's a lot of time, but it's not a lot of time to develop like something crazy. Like what kind of challenges have you faced with in regards to teaching? For
Mhm.
example, if someone comes in and you want to change their game, you think that
Yeah, that's the biggest challenge. 100%. I believe that working with people that don't know jiu-jitsu at all, it's 10 times easier than working with people that already knows jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Because
or someone who thinks they know jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Because that's
because,
worse.
that's
Because it's
100.
someone who doesn't know but knows that they doesn't know, then you can teach. But someone who
Yeah.
thinks they know, it's
So I tell my students all the time, I say like whenever someone new comes, it's like I have to make them kind of forget jiu-jitsu to learn again. you know.
Mhm.
So that's 100% the biggest challenges, the biggest challenge I've had. And I think the process, even though it's a lot harder, it also feels fulfilling at the same time.
Yeah.
I have a student, for example, uh, when this student came to train with me, I believe they've been training for like 2 years, 3 years, and after all that time, you expect this person to like know like the basic, at least the core of jiu-jitsu. But the
Yeah.
reaction that this person the reactions that this person used to do was like something I didn't understand at all. But after this 1 year training, every day, like this is one of my most consistent students. This person has managed to like completely change their game, and this makes me very very proud and happy. And at the same time, it shows uh, how what I'm doing works,
Yeah.
because again, it's much easier to teach someone that has never trained before, but to be able to reshape someone's game is also something that is very difficult to do, and it shows the blueprint, the recipe is working.